This must be the season of the underdogs, bro. Newcastle ended the 70-year drought.
Yes.
Palace ended this 100 and something year drought.
A century plus.
My God, when is the last time Tottenham won a trophy?
I cannot remember.
Baba, I'm fucking scared for Wednesday night.
Yeah, you should.
Europa League final. 16th versus 17th.
Yes.
United have at least, I think, 19 defeats. No, not 19. 17 defeats this season. Spurs over 20 defeats this season.
21.
My God. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Wildcard. Man like Brian Waudo in the building, joined by
Venant, aka Barcelona winners once again.
Yeah, at least one team of viewers won a title. Nyaash, the Jabroni Slayer, of course, representing millions and millions of Arsenal fans.
Yebo. How you guys been, man?
Great, bro.
Consistent episode appearances now.
You know?
Consistent.
Exactly. Warming up for next season. You get me? Because next one, I want to be there every goddamn week. Because, we're winning the league.
Slaying them Jabronis, eh?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
All right.
Ispokua, Tusker.
Hapana.
No, let's not talk about us. It's too early.
Their time is reserved. Yeah. That cold beer is going to.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I mean, crazy week. Weekend, rather. I mean, Arsenal winning, you guys bagging the title.
Us twerking for Chelsea.
As always, you're twerking for everybody. I understand you have twerked for everybody but the relegated teams, huh? Is that true?
Leave me alone.
Bro. And because I quote Johnny Bravo and I quote Carfield Heath. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's been a crazy weekend. Dull weekend though, especially on Saturday. It was only the FA Cup, but then we move, right?
Yeah. FA Cup, I told them 2 words. Eze and Mateta.
And you did. You were right. Question of the week. Type up the answers in the YouTube comment section. Which team has won the most Europa League titles? God damn, Wednesday night, Europa League final. But before we get to that, first up, Man City, trophyless season.
Welcome on
Could miss out on Champions League. We don't know about that.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I mean, you love to see it, don't you? I can't recall the last time they were trophyless, to be honest.
Yes.
Must have been like, 16-17 season when he came in.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see that. I wanted Crystal Palace to win it, man. Crystal Palace have been on a good run.
Yeah.
They were on a good run last season. They finished 10th. They were on a good run this season.
Yes.
They have now won the FA Cup, of course. It was nice to see.
164 years. 164
Not
years.
120?
I think it was 164. I had commentators say, I think Jim Begling was the one who
164.
164.
The last time they won a trophy, Chelsea was not existing. I was like on a neutral sense. I know we banned Chelsea being born in 2003.
Yes.
But in 1910, that must have been more than 1900.
Crazy.
You love to see it, man. Eze and Mateta, they deserved something. And Oliver Glasner, now he's in Europe. And
I think Oliver Glasner has shone a light about him being one of the best managers in the world right now. I mean, you win the Europa League with the Eintracht Frankfurt.
Yep.
Did he beat Leverkusen, right? And that was Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen. No, that was Atalanta. He beat Roma. He beat Mourinho's Roma.
Yes.
He beat Mourinho's Roma.
Yeah.
And then comes to Palace and then has a better season than Arsenal, of course, by winning the FA Cup.
How? And I'm
It's true. It's true.
I'm seeing people throwing shit like he has done what he has done in 6 years. In phase 1.
Phase 1, Glasner is better than phase 7 Arteta.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Phase 1 Glasner cannot lace Arteta's boots.
What?
Bro.
Yeah, because Arteta was using every team.
No. Let me tell you why.
Yes.
It doesn't matter which team he was using. So if you win the Europa League, you're using Ten Hag's team.
Moving on.
and also, let's not just use one game to define a team's whole season. Because it hasn't been all just going up for Crystal Palace. They've been struggling.
Yes.
The same team that gave Man City just a month or 2 ago.
Oh yeah, they were 2-0 up and then conceded 5.
Then they conceded 5. So let's just not try to put Crystal Palace as if it's this prestigious team that's better than us.
No, they have done well. But this phase 1 thing comparison with Arteta. Arteta won in 6 months, bro, first of all. He didn't have to take a whole season. You get me? Also in that season.
That's your argument. Wow.
Also in that season that Arteta won the FA Cup, he finished 8th. Good luck to Crystal Palace finishing 8th.
It's their 12th, my guy. They're a mid-table team. They expected to finish there.
He's doing better than Arteta.
To finish there.
He's doing better than Arteta.
No,
That's what they're saying.
The expectation, Steve Parish and them, man, coming into this season, you expect Palace to be between 10th, 11th, 12th. So you've ticked that box.
Yes.
But you've added the caviar, the gravy to this nini with the FA Cup.
So he's doing better than Arteta.
Yes, he has.
How so?
He's crossed over the line. He's taken Palace over the line, bro.
No, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Phase 1.
Yes.
Win the FA Cup, finish 12th.
Yes.
Versus another manager in his phase 1. wins the FA Cup, finishes 8th.
No, Aubameyang won that cup. It wasn't him. Yeah, but seriously, kudos to Palace.
Absolutely.
I think kudos to also Glasner, who talked his talk.
Yeah.
He did
And
come up
walked it.
in the press conference and said after the 5-2, he told Pep, next time we meet and you come with those
I will
tactics.
smash it,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. And
Yeah.
he did it to a T.
Yeah.
Could it be just that City weren't ready for
No,
what
it can't.
Palace had? Because
No.
on paper,
Yes.
on paper, I was supporting Man City for the
Yeah.
final for the record.
Really?
Venant.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Nyaash is
Why?
always
But they
questioning,
said
why
it.
would you support City in the
Yeah.
final?
C2, because you guys
Where was
already
he, head watcher?
Palace.
No.
Yeah, I'm not like you guys. I'm not like you guys.
Bana.
I don't have that hate bone with me.
Yeah.
See, the thing is,
Yeah.
I've just said it.
Yeah.
They scored 5 goals. Sawa. City,
Not too long ago. Yeah.
City are on a winning
Run.
form right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense for me to have them. And also the better manager, better
Yeah.
players, blah, 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 blah. So it makes sense going to this final to support Man City.
Yeah.
But one thing that I learned was fans really do root for the underdog when
Yeah.
it comes to this tournament.
Yeah, especially when you're up against fraudsters and man who
Yeah.
the
The Palace fans
financial
stayed in the
abuse.
stadium for a while.
Bro. And it was so
Msako
nice.
70 ajui ataiona trophy na Palace.
Yeah,
lini,
exactly.
yeah.
This might be the only time you see them do that. I fancy them do quite well in the Europa League next season, though.
Oh, they need
Yeah.
So you now tell Wenger to come and say Palace shouldn't be in the Europa
No,
League.
for those ones, you
No. You know,
Because if you win the most,
the rules are there. If you win the FA Cup, you go Europa.
that's fine.
Yes.
If you win the Europa League, this
You
will
go
give you
Champions League.
No.
What?
Bro,
When you're winning
what
the
is the
Europa League,
caveat? What is the
Look,
defend your statement, my
When
guy.
you're winning a Europa League that is this weak, bro, you
Yeah.
do not qualify to get to the Champions League.
Okay.
You're not better than the 36 that will be there.
And none is dropping out.
None is dropping out. There is no way you're finishing 16th and 17th in the league. Unless you just find a way to walk all the way to the
Hold
goddamn
that
Champions
thought.
League.
I want you to hold that ammo. All the heavy artillery you have in your arsenal,
Yes.
hold on to that. Because right now, Palace, congratulations to them, they've won the FA Cup.
Fantastic.
On the other side, Man City, down on their season.
Yeah.
Because they could miss out on top 5.
Bro,
Could miss out.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't
I
it?
think for me, first of all, with Pep, my manager, I would never support a manager who loses back-to-back finals. I just don't support that shit. And then I also don't support centre forward who give away penalty. Bro, take the penalty, God damn it. You're Erling fucking Haaland.
Yeah.
Take the goddamn penalty. You're not Hoyland.
But
You're not Havertz.
Maybe he was
Take
being
the fucking penalty.
maybe he was being humble. You know,
What do
Havertz
you mean?
converts penalties,
You
bro.
What do you
think
mean?
you're too
He
much?
couldn't convert against Bayindir, remember? Yeah,
that was
remember.
the guy.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Haaland should have taken the penalty. 1-1, Palace are rattled. Maybe you win the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Salvage your season.
But maybe Dean Henderson was just on something else on that day.
You know, Man United product.
Nah, absolutely not. If he was having those genes of Manchester United, he would have bottled that one, no lie. But I mean, it was a good save.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was a bad penalty, to be honest. But
On the day the keeper was on, Henderson had the
he-
yeah.
he-
Henderson
saves he made, bro.
was everywhere.
Yeah.
There was that controversial incident of the handball.
Yes.
Was it inside the box? Was it outside the box? Is it a red card? Is it not a red card? Was that incident?
Yeah.
But other than that, what keeper come through? He really even backed up and could come for a snap. You know, like he was amazing. But now when you look at Crystal Palace, I'm even elated to hear that they're in Europa. You as Crystal Palace, as the manager, as Glasner, as you've highly praised him, how do you move forward with Crystal Palace on the next season? Because this means you have to really now double down on your squad depth. and
Exactly.
stuff.
Simple as that. Squad depth. Enda ongeleshe Steve Parish pale juu. Mwambie, bro, I need a team B now. I got you to Europa, my guy. I got you a trophy in how many years? The last time you won a trophy, Steve Parish wasn't even born. Even
Yeah, he
Glasner
wasn't
himself wasn't
exist-
even
yeah,
born.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, get me a team B.
Yeah, absolutely.
Simple and plain.
I mean, the biggest thing he can do, in my opinion, don't lose Ezen Mateta.
Oh,
If
true.
you maintain those guys, in my opinion.
Because Nkentia ain't getting you anywhere.
I mean,
you know.
Fuck that boy. Fuck that boy. He's no longer an Arsenal guy, so I can say that. And also don't lose like guys like Gehi,
Even Adam Wharton.
Munoz.
Yeah.
Those are good guys. Yeah. I'm sure most clubs, a lot of clubs are looking at those guys.
Yes.
Can go and push that. So if he does not lose that, in my opinion,
They're good.
I think he has a good pedestal to kick us in the Europa
What
League.
if Bayern double down on Olise and Eze?
Bro, they need money.
Oh, by the way, Sane has said he's not extending.
Yeah.
Sane is leaving.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
there. So, I
What
mean,
if now they double down? They're like, okay,
on who?
on Eze, Bayern.
Bayern, yo, kwani nyinyi sell out ya Bayern kila time. You give them Olise for like what 60 or 50.
Wakuja England wachukue Ken Olise tena Eze.
Hey, I don't know, bro. What is clubs zinaweza kwa zimelala. But I like that, man. I hope they don't lose those guys. For Manchester City, I like that they approach this game thinking it's a league. It's a fucking cup, bro.
Okay.
They had a lot of possession. We all know what we say about penetration. Possession.
It's just masturbation.
Absolutely.
Damn right.
So that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
I saw they had like 23 shots. Only 6 were on target.
22% possession. God damn.
Ufala mingi ya Man City. But this is what we love to see. Like proper indication of them absolutely having a howler of a season, ending up trophyless. We love to see it.
It's time to hate now, my guy.
Let's go.
You feel like hating?
Yeah.
You feel like hating? This must be the season of the underdogs, bro. Newcastle ended the 70-year drought.
Yes.
Palace ended this 100 and something year drought.
A century plus.
My God, when is the last time Tottenham won a trophy?
I cannot remember.
Baba, I'm fucking scared for Wednesday night.
Yeah, you
that
should.
Europa League final. 16th versus 17th.
Yes.
United have at least, I think, 19 defeats. No, not 19. 17 defeats this season.
League.
Spurs over 20 defeats this season.
21.
My God.
Yeah.
No wonder hii final inachezwa weno. Pangwete tu.
No wonder inachezwa before Conference League. Like,
no, they're trying to boost the Conference League. Come on, dog. They're trying to hype it up. They're trying to hype it up. But seriously, on my side, before you even get to hating, the only thing that gives me hope is this season our midfield has helped us. Mount has come back and played well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ahmad is back, so I'm happy with that. Casemiro has had a good 3 months or so.
Yes.
And my captain, doesn't do the flick and mucus thing. My captain gets goals. My captain gets goals.
In the Europa League,
my captain gets goals. So at the end of the day, those are the only things giving me hope. And also, it's the heritage, blood. It's the heritage.
I don't know.
This time it's not Sevilla.
I think, like you said, the precedence has been set.
Yes.
It's a season of breaking history and records.
Bro. Hey, Ange Postecoglou's quote.
Yeah, that one. He always wins things in his second season. I don't think it's winning a runners-up medal. I don't think it's winning the runners-up medal. It has to be the main one. So, I mean, like you said, 2 weak-ass teams, proper weak-ass Europa League finals, weakest we have ever seen. But I think you have a better midfield than Spurs.
Yes.
To be honest.
Considering Madison will be out, Kulusevski will be out, and even that Bragval kid will be out. Yeah.
I think they have a better defense. Attacking-wise, they could be better. Solanke is better than all you guys you have up there.
Okay.
So it's going to be interesting. I hope you don't win it. Honestly, I don't give a fuck who wins it. But if I had a preference,
watching.
Yeah, absolutely. it would be better for me if you lose. Because I can bash you and batter you all the time.
I'll not come next week.
You will be here.
Where will he have a second leg? Huku kuja after first leg.
I was serving the people.
The Jabronis.
You don't think you'll be entertained from this game?
No, I think
considering we don't know,
bro.
Like, do you know what to expect from Manchester United as a fan? You don't know what to expect.
Let me tell you, like every time 2 weak teams meet, it's always entertainment.
But from the way you're talking, it's as if.
Now, I'm not saying I don't be entertained. I don't give a fuck who wins. That's all I care about the outcome. The journey, I'm sure it's going to be entertaining. Like 2 weak team, I want to concede ball for fun. So does Spurs.
This is the third season in a row we've gone with a negative goal difference. We're ending the season with a negative.
Oh, again?
Third season in a row, my guy.
Bro, najua hii UKD ati mnapimwa ati mtoke positive. This is not like a HIV test, bro. Like GD positive is something good. You get me? Like,
and also, these guys are unbeaten kwa Europa.
It's our thing,
They have to show something for it.
I mean,
no, seriously.
Something for it.
When you'll eat good. Imagine being unbeaten in Europe, going to the San Memes in the first leg, and then going then again there in the final only to lose. My guy.
I'm ready.
Apana.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. I mean, Europa League, bro. Unbeaten. Okay, you can talk about being unbeaten, but I mean, come on, man. Like,
but seriously,
it's not just unbeaten. It's beating Kinaneko Williams 3-0.
You wanted Nico
by halftime.
You wanted Nico.
I want Nico.
I personally think it's gonna end with all English finals do. It's gonna be a boring final. Take you back to the United Chelsea 2008 final, was boring, ended in penalties. Yes. Take you back to Liverpool versus Spurs, boring. Man City versus Chelsea, boring. I think this will be a boring final, and it'll be won by a goal.
No, those are two teams that are doing
by a goal.
No.
Like Aita Jambao. Yeah.
Okay. One goal. Those are two teams that are doing well in the league. Yeah,
no, either way, they were boring finals.
No,
fact is,
the two teams are good.
Whenever English teams meet in a final, it's always boring. The last entertaining final English teams gave us was when Chelsea wiped the floor with you, man, in Baku.
Yeah, exactly.
Qatar,
exactly.
Yes.
The two teams are doing good. Never have we seen a Europa League final where two teams are rocking rock bottom. Yes. It's not like you're so good. It's Chelsea versus United. You said it was boring.
The 08 one.
In the 08
it was 1-1 all the way till penalties.
Because Chelsea were doing... Your times only go chase the league.
Yeah, we won the league that season.
Yeah, ahead of them, right? Because they were good teams. You guys are not good.
Chelsea versus City 2021. Liverpool versus Spurs 2019.
Yeah, the two teams are doing well. The two teams are doing well.
Finals.
These are two teams well structured. They were doing well. They were not weak like the way you guys are. So the fact that you are weak, I think for me, might be a different final compared to the rest.
Really?
So plus how you guys are,
in your eyes, it'll be a goals galore final.
I think so. How many times have you guys played Spurs? 3?
3 this season, and they've mopped the floor with us.
It's been over 2.5 all of them, no?
Yeah.
I don't think this will be different.
So in the event United win, we all agree it's the end for Postecoglou.
Oh
no, we need that guy to stay, bro.
No, I think
but I think he'll be fired.
No, I think so that we have a big 6 to bash on. May he keep his job. May he keep his job back.
Because 21 losses, bro. Okay, let's start from I've been saying since day one. I want Manchester United to win the Europa League. Like literally since day one. I've been saying that.
Alitaka Man City washinde FA. No, he also said he wants Chelsea to win conference.
And I've said I want Chelsea to win. I don't have that hate bone inside. Me sina your hate bone.
These are rivals. You are not hating on Spurs, and it's your goddamn right.
Wait.
You need hate some point in time.
You know, if Spurs win the Europa, it's worse for us as Arsenal fans.
They have European Cups already.
They have bragging rights. They can brag.
You're North London, my guy.
They have bragging rights.
When you go North London, where?
No, I'm telling you, they have brag. It's still as much in North London. Anyway, the point is, when you have over 20 plus losses in the season, in terms of process, you're playing very bad. But then you have the opportunity to lock in a final, despite all these things going bad. In the event you lose that final, not just to any PSG or a Real Madrid or a Atletico Madrid, this is a weak Manchester United.
The weakest we have ever seen.
You fail to beat them. In the event, you've beaten them 3 times in this season. It guarantees for you to go.
What about the other way around? If you lose, does Amorim walk?
Amorim is not walking, whether I want it or not.
And then he should run. He should run of goddamn character, bro.
I see you, man. I see you. No, either way, one way or another, I don't think he loses his job, whether win it or lose it. And I think he has the problem. I've been saying it off air. Nimeongea Dina Otis.
Yes.
Amorim has to work. You don't want to go into the summer transfer window, give him his players like 5 or 6 signings, and then in Africa November, and then shit has hit the fan.
Fire him early.
Okay. Shit has hit the fan, and then now you bring a manager who wants a back 4. Now he no longer wants wing backs. Now Merudi 0.
That's what I'm saying.
Amorim has to, by force, it has to.
If it does, even if he loses the Europa,
it has.
I think for me, if he loses the Europa, fire him straight away.
Big club mentality. Yeah. But I think Ratcliffe can do it. So he hired Dan Ashworth 3 months in, fired him. So maybe, you never know.
Yeah,
he can pull
bring
the plug.
Someone who you can stay with, can back him properly, and you know this one might stay. But I don't think he goes, though.
Challenge ni moja. Already they have a reputation this season of not having enough funds, of basically being broke. So financially they cannot afford.
We can't even sell Hoyland, my guy. We can't sell. No, right now, if you were Coventry head of recruitment, ungechukua Hoyland.
Yes.
No way. Bro.
Premier League memweza.
Do you know the level Hoyland amefika? Do you know he'll never play in the top 5 leagues ever again in his life?
No.
He will never. But either way, if at a championship atalemewa, my guy.
Na ataweza. Championship is level. It's not as hard as the Premier League. I know there's a lot of games.
Actually,
the Premier League is hard.
Look at it this way. If the league is fit for the final, should we go with Bruno Ahmad Maguire up front? Could work.
Excuse me.
Mr. Kikona Hoyland.
Bro, you had me confused. So like
Bruno Ahmad Maguire.
When I find you attacking lineup, I thought you were going to ask me about the defense. You're asking Maguire.
No, if the league is fit, Maguire should play 9. Bruh.
Ooh, goddamn.
Maguire should play 9.
What?
If the league is fit, Maguire should play 9.
Good luck.
Hoyland cannot cut it, bro.
Good luck with that.
Cannot cut it.
No, it's happening.
We already know their play of the season.
That has to be Maguire. Every time last year's play of the season, how is he doing this season?
Diogo Dalot has been...
No, just say it's been shit.
You know, actually, I read a stat where Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the hammer of the season this season. West Ham player of the season.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
We sold him because he couldn't cut it. Yet this season he's finished with more GA than Mazraoui, than Shaw, than Dogu, than Dalo.
Crazy shit, bro.
United graveyard. But anyway, speaking, you've talked about United being, weak-ass defense, weak-ass team. Speaking of weak-ass defenses, big shout out to Sofapaka. We know what they did in the title race. Nyaash, how cold is the Tusker? Huh? How cold is your bay? Wanasemanga revenge is best subbed. Cold. Tusker is best subbed.
7 goals. 7 goals make one team weak.
A whole week.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, goals. Sunday, my guy. Title challengers.
I go now.
Title challengers, bro. I backed you to win the league.
I think that's where the problem began. You must be the jinx, goddammit. Because how the hell are you backing a team I'm supporting, bro?
Wrong strategy. They went with the wrong strategy for your game. And then it went so bad. Because if Sofapaka is scoring in the first 3 minutes,
you're cooked, bro.
Basically, it's Crystal Palace and Manchester City all over again.
Bro, the KPL doesn't even deliver goals week in, week out.
Like
7, bro.
7. When is the last time a team scored 7 in the league?
Bro.
I can't remember. This thing is bordering on goddamn match fixing. I cannot believe
over 7.5.
Bro.
Na ingie.
Aki. 7-1. I must have been some high wages as well. But still, I don't understand how we lose 7 to a team that is mid.
Especially when you're chasing the league.
Yeah. When every team is, doesn't look like they want to win it.
Yeah.
Kenya Police, they drew midweek.
Yeah, but then they won. They won over the weekend over Atalanta.
So you think this is a chance to get closer to that. Now we are out of contention. All in all, it's embarrassing, really. And no wonder the fans were going after Charles Okere after the game.
Yeah,
like, we need some explanations and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's really embarrassing.
But Sasa, now we've been bragging about your number 9 scoring. We've been bragging about your number 17. Is it Wanjala? We've been bragging about your players and your forward scoring a lot of goals.
Yeah.
It disappeared yesterday. Even that goal, it was like they were gifted. They were gifted. It's just a goal.
Consolation.
Because it was already 5-0 by the time second half is underway.
Yeah, I think.
So what happened, Upande was striking? You have a striker who's in contention for Yokiatu.
Yeah.
We'd expect him to pull something. Like the way Henry or Van Persie at United or whoever it is that's a prolific striker could pull something out
of the blues.
Yes.
I don't know, bro, honestly, because I feel like since Ogam stopped scoring, we started going down. We started being very inconsistent. We are drawing here.
Shouldn't have sold Capito, just saying. Should have sold him.
Ogam is good. Ogam is Akosa.
I think he was the one who was holding us down. Like making sure we are up there at the top. And once his goals dried up, the team could not find any other goals elsewhere. And just, it sucks, to be honest. But then again, I'm like, Tusker, alafu naangalia timu tulikuwa nacheza nayo Sofapaka, kuangi pombe. Alafu even if hivyo wanajita batoto ba Mungu, watoto wa Mungu wezi wanza kuwapea pombe. So you get me? Like, so many things. But I think it's really embarrassing. Charles Okere has some answering to do.
Yes.
Once, I don't know if this is going to dry up, but the wind is going to sit down.
The league is gone.
When the dust settles,
Remember police.
Kenya Police, bro. They just need, 3 points now?
Remember police.
Out of is it 2 games to go?
They just need
to game in hand.
Even if you win, you don't get.
Yeah, you don't get to police points. Yeah.
Kenya Police, I think they win. But the beauty of it is that the final game, Kenya Police are up against Gor Mahia.
Yes,
bro.
Yes, it will be.
Let's see if they'll postpone that one.
Sunday.
Wait, it's not this Sunday.
No, Sunday, 15th June.
Yeah.
And Gor will play Kenya Police at Ulinzi Sports Complex.
15th
June. I thought postponed that September.
Yeah.
15th, 22nd.
No, it's just saying 15th June.
Oh, yeah. I'd seen somewhere saying.
Just keep in mind we have like 2 games to go.
Stop focusing on the fixtures.
Postpone the game to a couple of nini.
Yeah.
Upande wetu wa Gor, it has been a dull week.
0-0 against Muranga Seal, man.
From the midweek.
Muranga.
Oh, from the midweek fixture versus Nairobi City Stars, the one that I attended.
Mnahurumia timu zinaenda relegation,
Bana.
And funny enough, just like Tusker, we conceded early in the game. And then Omala scored a penalty. Immediately they bounced back. So to account for what happened with Gor as just a fan, it was a match. First and foremost, that's the first minutes. Atukujel vizuri. Them, they were ready to go. They were ready to go. And then we just weren't there. That whole playing 30 games, we can now see it's catching up. The fatigue. Even my guy Simiti, who I like, and he playing in Anini, your position yake.
Alimelt.
that left back position. Ilikuwa pabaya, and City Stars were using that opportunity to score from that wing. So ilikuwa dull, and then we went to Muranga Seals. That was 0-0. I expected to win because normally when we go there, we perform. Yeah. We perform very well.
But you drew with them earlier on the season as well.
Yes.
Muranga Seals, so it's like they have your number.
But when now you're looking at a team that's uko kwa relegation, this is the time to get those points from, not the time to draw. So in terms of play, we're not that good. Granted, Omala is back. We're happy, but as a Gor Mahia fan, I'm waiting for the season to end so that we can deal with the off-pitch.
Are you winning this? Are you winning this? Amata ligi imeenda. Unajua mimi nishatoka kwa hesabu.
Me, the Nairobi City Stars game for me.
No. That was what is it? The City Stars were too bright for you?
That was it.
Yeah, they were too bright for you.
That was it. It's like now, okay, good thing. You see, it's like a Man City fan watching the FA Cup final. So that's how I feel watching or attending that game.
Yeah.
It was like we're going there as favorites, but for it to end the way it did, it's just...
You got to love it.
Yeah,
Sky to love it. Sky
yeah. Wait. Just ukitaja timu yako.
Tulidro nil.
You have no team in the Kenya Premier League.
Sisi as long as tuko number 6. As long as tulishinda league 98.
We got to sell. But you know mulipea exposure na
But I think no, like I said last time Lauren was here, the goal for next season is improvement in terms of we need to have performances like Shabana have had this season.
Yes.
We need heavily. We need to.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Because as of this season, when you talk about
we started off well. By the way, we started the season off well.
Yes.
I actually had hope that we'd finish in the top 3.
Yes.
We started the season off well, and then Mangwete, Kanza Easy Mambo za sijui, the club is not paying players well. Kina Omone, kina nani wakaanza kustrike inward punishment of players with the club.
Yes.
Karibu mambo.
I'll be honest, we exposed you as Arsenal fans, all right? So the FTV did a coverage on the AFC Leopards. You better use that to your advantage, goddammit.
Okay.
Just for some fans to do whatever the fuck you're supposed to do.
Tuongeleshe hiyo betting company ingine. Juu mimi sijui kama
we move on.
Ongelesha hao investors wa AFC.
Yo.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, Shabana performances next season, I think we should look to that. At least get top 4.
I think Shabana next season is going to be a very good team too. They have done well. They are 4th.
Yeah, they're fourth right now.
Yeah, they're looking like... I think they've been one of the most informed teams this year.
Especially at home. Oof.
Yeah, so it's definitely one to watch out for next season. I'm looking forward to it. Next season, I better win that league. Because next season, I'm winning the league somewhere abroad. I need to do the same local.
Trophies. Talk to me about trophies, my guy.
I got to talk to you about trophies.
Talk to me about trophies, my guy. You know, actually, this will be the first season Manchester goes trophyless since 2015. Crazy.
Which Manchester?
Like the city of Manchester. The city of Manchester since 2015.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
But I understand who has been doing the heavy lifting there.
We
know what's been doing
heavy lifting. We have 13, my guy.
No. We have 13. The blue side of the city has been doing the heavy lifting.
You very well know the Premier League is in Manchester, my guy. As you go to the FPL, you know the Premier League is owned by Manchester. We have 13. They have 8. Huko London mko na ngapi?
London tuko na mingi.
Sisi
ndio tunaka sisi London hakuna kitu.
London nyinyi mko na 3, Chelsea wako na 5.
What is on the
Premier League?
13.
Premier.
It's
creme de la creme, my guy.
League titles.
Creme de la creme.
Top flight division.
Okay, we have 20.
That's cool. That's all right. We have that need.
So you're bona fide. You're sure no matter who you get. Hata Liverpool wapate Kakes, hata wapate Frimpong. By the way, actually next week we need to have a good transfer episode. Like in the summer transfer, we need to have some transfer bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yes.
Uko sure?
Absolutely.
Once you get Bane.
Once I get that.
Bane.
Nobody cared who I was.
Until I wore the mask.
Until I put on the mask, bro. Yeah, God, you're
crazy. Yeah, mambo ya FPL. Last game week of the season. What tips do you have for us, my guy?
Sawa basi. So
pause. Hey, big pause by the way. What tips do you have for us? Hey, pause.
So the last game week is here, and for FPL managers it's just simple. Just keep
vibes.
There's no need for you to go a -8 because of just one game week.
Yeah.
So whoever it is and you go now, but the fixtures to now focus on the Bournemouth and Leicester City. Already Leicester City are out. Bournemouth are Kwapo, they are at home. They need to finish the season on a high.
Yes.
Liverpool and Crystal Palace. Now,
a precursor to the Community Shield for next season.
Now, specifically, Salah owners. I'd encourage you to captain him. Because
actually, you're right. Yeah.
Because there's something on the line up. There's a start on the line of goal and assist that Salah just needs one.
And I think he gets it.
To break it.
I think he gets it. Palace watakuwa hangover.
And versus a hangovered Crystal Palace team.
Yeah.
I expect Liverpool to do something. So, of course, basically what I'm telling you is Captain Salah.
Yeah.
But own the Salah assets. The Liverpool assets. And then you have Newcastle versus
Hold on Salah.
Yeah?
Are they where they're playing? They're in Ibiza.
Yeah. Liverpool, right? Oh, they're playing today. And I think even your owner was there as well.
Everyone is in Ibiza, bro.
Yeah. But the good thing...
Don't hangover.
Yeah. But sasa unajua ni Sunday, and like I said, specifically Salah owners. Specifically. And then you have Newcastle and Everton. But you need to explain to the fans the whole top 5 or top 4. What
I think there's a top 8. There'll be so many English teams in Europe, my guy, next season.
Yes, you need to explain that. You need to explain that.
Yeah.
But for those people who don't know, Newcastle have a chance to clinch the Champions League position.
Yeah.
And in a situation where even Isak is rested, I expect them to do wonders versus
Everton.
So
wonders?
Yes.
Against Everton?
Yes.
Everton wako hangover sa IPL. Last game at Goodison Park, they won 2-0 against Soton.
Yeah.
Season imeisha.
I don't think they're going to be putting in a weak-ass team against Newcastle.
They will.
I doubt it.
St. James's Park, mate. St. James's Park.
I doubt it.
And just to conclude, Man United is playing Aston Villa.
We are talking for them. Do not get any United assets in your FPL team. Do not. Get Watkins very quickly.
Sawa.
Get them out.
And Southampton is hosting Arsenal.
Yeah. Don't touch Arsenal assets as well. We are done. We're done.
Mmemaliza season bana.
But I think watacheza tu.
Mmemaliza mambo yenu.
You give some boys.
Probably a good Saka performance.
Maybe.
Rice. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
I think the teams to look out for maybe could be the Nottingham Forest and Chelsea.
Yes.
Who have everything to play for the Aston Villa.
I think Forest could win away.
No, Forest are at home.
There. Forest are at home.
Yeah.
And then Forest win.
Bro, I want the two of them to draw and get out.
And then both of them miss out.
Exactly.
For the record,
which
teams do you want to qualify for UCL from the EPL?
Okay, so
of course, other than Arsenal and
Liverpool are there, Arsenal are there.
Yeah.
I think Newcastle will be there as well when they beat Everton in the final game week of the season. I would love Villa and Forest. Let Chelsea and City miss.
You know what? I would actually want
Chelsea and City miss.
But I feel like
let Chelsea and City miss. Pep needs to get taking 250 million of transfer signings to Europa.
Fantastic. I wouldn't want it to be like that, but I don't feel like it will be like that.
Yeah, at least one of Chelsea or City will be there.
I feel like City will be there. So City, Newcastle, and Aston Villa.
Same thing, but add City to the top 4 conversation.
Fuck Chelsea.
Walikufanyia nini bana? Walikufanyia nini mwana?
Even the last time.
Ona Jovena atakutrigger. He's supporting them in the Conference League final.
No, can't you just fuck Chelsea for the sake of it?
Fuck them.
Well, there's women named Chelsea.
By the way, shout out to the Chelsea team. Yamadem.
They won a treble.
And to do it unbeaten.
Yeah, they won the league unbeaten.
And to do it unbeaten.
Damn.
Kudos.
Well done to them, but still, fuck the men's club.
Byron, I thought by the way, next season, the Wildcard, we need to have some serious discussions about Byron being trivia master.
Yeah.
The one time Byron was trivia master, man shined on this bit.
That's an outlier. That's an outlier.
Man shined. 20 cards, Mr. Otis.
Let me see. All right.
Let's go.
Back again.
Question 1.
Yes.
How many points have Man United accumulated in the Premier League in the past 5 months?
In the what do you mean? What do you mean the past 5 months? But I think it's 23.
No.
Wrong.
9.
Nope.
In the past 5 months, I think
the
23.
past 5 months. No. Hey,
23 ni Mobzi. 23 ni first half of the season. Guy.
11.
Nope.
7.
How many?
17.
17. Wow. So 23. Raz.
Question 2.
Yeah.
Which is the oldest club in Kenya Premier League?
What was it?
Oldest club.
Ni mimi. AFC Leopards.
No. Let's go FC, my guy. Let's go FC. How? Sofapaka.
Nope.
Tusker.
Nope.
Let's go Tusker. Yeah.
I'm going with Shabana.
Nope.
What?
Maragoli FC.
Wait.
In KPL.
Formed in 1935, it was the first team to tour the European tour in 1977.
Wait. Kenyan teams were touring Europe?
Yes. Maragoli FC.
Maragoli was the first team.
Bro.
Kenya, we actually had we had a potential F1 track at some point, by the way.
Yes.
Kitambo,
Question 3. Which striker scored 43 goals in the championship in 2021-2022?
43 goals.
21 Mitrovic.
20 Venant.
Yes.
Ni Venant alipress wa kwanza.
Mimi.
Ni Venant, my guy. Ni Venant.
Unasikiza saa ngapi badala usikizwe?
Zinasikiza kila kitu.
Wewe anasikiza. Haya.
Question 4. What's the name of Everton's new stadium?
Jibu.
Majibu basi.
Jibu.
Sijui.
Hata mimi sijui umenidaka mbaya sana. Umenidaka.
Hill Dickinson Stadium.
What? In Dickinson.
Hill Dickinson. Hiyo nataka kuwa the new Stoke City basi. Huko mtachoka kwenda huko. Britannia Stadium.
Question 5, and the last one.
Yeah.
Which outfield player appeared in the Champions League final in 3 different decades?
Seedorf.
Nope.
I also went Seedorf, man. I also was going to say Seedorf.
Nope.
Wait. Rivaldo?
Nope.
Thiago Silva.
Who?
Ryan Giggs, bro.
Wow. 3 different decades, by the 2011 to 8 na pia 90s. Wow.
Wait, Seedorf hakuwa? Ama kuficha ile?
I think hakuficha 90s.
Once again.
Hiyo ni ya Venant. Hiyo point yako ni Venant alifinya wa kwanza. Ni Venant. No, hiyo ni ya Venant. Hiyo tunaweka asterisk to it.
This is my I don't own this.
Hii win ni kama ile Liverpool ya 2020 asterisk.
I call the shots with this goddamn trivia. This is my yard.
This is like Liverpool in 2020 asterisk. Tunaweka asterisk hapo.
Lakers in the bubble.
Bas, Lakers.
They still have 2 league titles, no? Haikutolewa hiyo.
I don't care. My God. Fair enough. Things are happening. You know, Manchester will go trophyless. The Serie A title is boiling up to the last day. Both teams bottled over the weekend.
Bro,
Inter
crazy.
and Napoli.
I swear. I feel like Inter walionewa, bro. Hey, yo, the referee over there, goddamn.
There's a question for you before you conclude.
Yeah.
As a Manchester United fan,
Yeah,
you were told to rate Rashford's
Villa.
yes. And
Out of 10.
And out of 10, and would you sell him?
Rashford going to Villa out of 10 is a 6.5 for me. Considering the goals haven't been there, but the assists have been there. I think Asensio has had more goal production than Rashford. But at the end of the day, also injuries are part of the game. So for me, 6.5 out of 10. And yes, I would sell him. If we've gotten to the point where we can loan him out and he still hasn't shown a light to Villa, like he didn't burst onto the scene like Duran, or even goals-wise, he hasn't hit the numbers like Asensio. So for me, he's definitely sold in the summer.
Like how much?
Permanently. I think we can get 50 for him. We can get 50 for him.
There's some reports doing rounds, I don't know if this week or last week. You might be willing to sell for 40.
We should get 50 back.
And Nyaash, somebody asked you a question as a follow-up to the Courtois-Raya conversation.
This bum ass.
He said, remove, now this is EPL.
Yeah.
Remove Courtois, replace with Sales. Nottingham Forest. Pick one goalkeeper.
Sales or Raya, that is.
Sales and Raya.
Tumetoa Courtois.
Tumetoa Courtois.
Oh,
that's
wow.
a question for you. Pick one goalkeeper.
I think.
And I think one of you guys was high on stats.
Yeah.
They said you factor in stats too.
Stats. Who's had more saves? I think Sales this season.
Yeah, because
who's had more clean sheets? Sales as well.
Sales has more saves. Yeah.
Sales.
But clean sheets is Raya.
Yeah, clean sheets is Raya.
No, they are tied.
Both they are tied. Both
clean sheets are tied, but saves is Sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, primary job saves, man. Yeah.
Nah.
It's like if Salah has more goals than Saka, you take Salah.
Look,
you want a gunman up front.
Look,
so at the end of the day, Sales has more saves.
You said stats. I mean, he was making saves
Mad
in the league. He was making saves in the Champions League. I don't care, bro.
Forest have not been in the Champions League.
Is that Raya's fault?
No.
That's not Raya's fault.
I hate you.
Yeah, so Raya was in the Champions League, was making good saves there, big saves there, doing the same in the league.
Couldn't do it against Dembele.
I mean, he did against Madrid, though.
They couldn't do it against Dembele.
Thibaut Courtois. You get me? So, I mean, David Raya. I mean, not to say Sales is a bad goalkeeper. He's fantastic as well.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised. Maybe he might
come to United. Which keeper should we get? No, literally, the rumors are coming that Emi Martinez is leaving and Barcelona and United are trying to put something in his pocket.
Oh, for
who would be better for United as we wrap up the show? Who would be better?
Goalkeeper.
Martinez or Sales?
But Martinez, where the fuck is he going?
I think he should come to us, bana. We need a shit house, bana.
No,
we'll be in the Champions League from Wednesday going on. From Wednesday going on, we're in the Champions League.
He has chance of going to the knockout rounds, unlike with you guys. I don't know why Martinez is going.
Who'd fit us better?
Celso or Martinez?
Yeah. I think Martinez, personality-wise, we need personalities.
Yeah, I think personality-wise,
Martinez.
I don't think he's leaving Aston Villa to go to an English side. I don't think so. I don't know where he's going, but I don't know why he was crying. He might be leaving, but I think, maybe Martinez could best for you.
Fair enough. Up until next time, remember, question of the week, which team has the most Europa League titles? Up until next time, of course, it's been Brian Wawodo in the building.
Venant.
And Nyaash the Jabroni Slayer.